Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. And today we're going to be talking about the incident in Miles' party on Fortnite. So basically, this is not between me and him. So I'll tell you the people that were in the party, okay? So it was me, Miles, Josh, and one of Miles's friends that I don't really know. So like I said, this is not between me and Miles. This is not between me and Josh. It's just between me and that person. I mean, it's just something I have a problem with, and it was just my issue. It was just something I couldn't stand. Okay? But I will explain it to you if I can. And it's just hard for me to do a speech on my video, or you know what I mean, right? Like, I just get confused with talking stuff, saying like fuck it, let's just get on with the video. So as I was in the game of Blackout, Miles and Josh ended up asking me to come on Fortnite, and then I told them I'll be on in a minute. I just got to finish the match. Just one match. So, I finished my match, and I just got on Fortnite, and then there I was. And I joined their party. Well, yeah, so Miles was in the party first, as he was the leader of it. And then, after I joined him, it was Josh's turn to join. And after that, it was the person, Miles's friend, who joined. Now, I'm not going to say who the person's name is, but all I'm just going to say is about the gender, like he or she, like he did this or she did that. Well, you know what I mean, right? So, I'm going to tell you all, like, I will explain to you what I mean, like, why am I having this issue with the person, and why do I have a problem with it? I'm not going to say this in a bad way or anything, okay? I'm not going to say something mean about her, yeah? But actually, there was something that I did to her that made me a complete nutter. But it was just something I just couldn't stand from the person, okay? So, what I am going to explain is, so about 2 weeks ago, me, Jeffrey, Alex, Miles and Josh decided to play together and against each other on Zone Wars on Creative. And then one of Miles's friends even ended up joining us. And I said, "Who's this? Can you kick her? Well, can you kick that person?" Well, you know what I mean, right? Because, I just can't stand, like, other people. Well, it would depend, really. If Miles and Josh say, then they can stay or whatever, they can play with us, then I'll just think, alright, fair enough. Now, but this is something that I just couldn't stand, and I'll tell you the incident, like what happened, and how did this make me think there was a problem with that person I was in the party with. Okay? So as I was wearing the Travis Scott skin, and then I killed the person on Zone Wars, apparently she kept saying, actually no, I'm not gonna mock her. No way, I'm not gonna mock her. Okay? So tonight, this is the incident that happened, okay, between me and that person, alright? But, Miles does feel bad for that person, because apparently it's something that I said, but I know I was completely nuts. But let me just explain to you first, why was I being a nutter to that person, right? Why? So, like when you get people like squeakers, like other people, like random people. So like you could get older people who are like 20, or teenagers, or young people, or little kids, you know what I mean, right? So apparently the person who joined us was about 9, so 10 years younger than me? Yeah. Well, me and Miles, and Josh as well, basically. So like I said, like when you get people who you randomly play with and they're like kids and that, it's just some people that you can't stand hearing. So like saying, this person just got a kill. How did he kill me? Or I wanted Travis Scott skin. Well, you know what I mean, right? It's just someone I just couldn't stand though. Now, as a result, like between me and this person, right? Why am I having a problem with that person, right? So basically, it's just something that was annoying me. I'm not saying that she's annoying or anything. Well, Miles was friend. I'm not saying that she is annoying or anything. It was just something I just couldn't stand. Like, say for example, you just had someone who is one of your friend's friends, and then they were just like, I don't know, 8 years old, and then your friend's like, I don't know, 15 or 16 or 19, whatever the fuck his age is. You know what I mean, right? So apparently it's just something you just can't stand. You just can't stand the voice. I'm not saying their voices are annoying, but it's just something you cannot stand. It's like, so basically, she's too young. I mean, like, she's too young to play with us, right? So basically, you have people saying, this kid is too young to play with us. We're 20 years old, and this kid is like 9, 8, 6, 7, yeah, just like that. So it's just my issue, apparently. I mean, I don't have a real problem. So apparently, I have one of my friends who has a cousin, and he's like 9 years old, and he is nice. I don't have a problem playing with him though, but as long that it is my friend's cousin. Well, my friend's cousin. You know what my friend is? Well, Russell, Santa Killer. You know what I mean? Yeah, his cousin. I don't have a problem as long as the kid as long as Russell's cousin, is his cousin, then I don't have a problem with playing him. I don't actually have a problem at all. So, like I said, I just couldn't stand, like younger kids I play with, well, random people as well, even the people I don't really know. So, if, like, one of my friends, I can't really speak. So, apparently, when she was in the party with us, Miles' friend, yeah, because of all this stuff happened, well, first thing aside, and it was just something I couldn't stand, yeah, I just started to be a complete nutter. Well, you know what I mean? I can be some toxic person, or I'm not really that kind of person. I'm not really, I'm not really a bully or anything to people. But sometimes it's just something I cannot help. I just can't help myself. You know what I mean, right? Like, I just can't help myself to being a nutter. I just can't help myself to saying, you're so bad, I'm gonna love you. Yeah, you know what I mean? It's just something I cannot help. Now, this did happen before, right? So apparently, Russell, one of my friends, and Jeffrey, us three were playing with each other. Well, I don't think I can remember all of this. I can only remember some of it. And then, one of Jeffrey's sisters, right, apparently joined, but then I was not in the lobby. And then, apparently, yeah, because it was 4 players to play on squads, yeah, Russell just ended up saying, how about we remove Jeffrey's sister out of the party and then let Mark join and all that. And apparently Jeffrey's sister was upset about it, okay? So basically just like that. And apparently she was upset with the fact that Russell was kicking her and being nasty to her. Now, this is something I'm going to explain to you, and this is just the advice, okay? This is just giving Miles and all that some advice, and even people some advice as well about, like, suggestion you not to play with the person. So apparently Russell wanted to know, why did Jeffrey block Russell on Xbox And then I went to go and speak to Jeffrey and say, why did you block Russell on Xbox? And then he explained to me what was going on. And then I said about Russell, you know what I mean? And then I spoke to Russell and I said, I'm sure you didn't mean to do that. I'm sure you just didn't know something about her. And then I explained to Jeffrey as well about it. And then next day later, I told Jeffrey that Russell will apologise to you and what was going on and stuff. And then Russell said to Jeffrey, I can't help it. So Jeffrey forgiven Russell, which is actually good. So they unblocked each other. So I made them up. And then I made some suggestions and some advice to them. Now, so between me and the person, Miles' friend, okay, this is some advice. And even for some of you guys, if you can't stand a person, or you know what I mean, right? So like if they're just being annoying to you and you just can't stand them, yeah. So I said to Jeffrey Russell, I said to Jeffrey, I think it's best if your sister doesn't play with Russell. Yeah, I think it's that. So, and then I said to Russell, I think it's just best if you don't play. Well, actually, I said it to both of them. I said it to both Russell and Jeffrey. I think it's best if Jeffrey's sister doesn't play with Russell. You know what I mean, right? So now, moving on to me and the person, well, Miles' friend, and even for some people. So I think that it is the best thing not for me to play with the person, well, Miles' friend. I don't think that would be a bit, because if I can't stand like people, you know what I mean, right? Like squeakers and stuff that I have a problem with, then the best thing to do is just not to play with Miles' friend. And I said to Miles, I think it's best not to play with your friend, but because like I said to him, you can play with me if you want, but like if she invites you and stuff, I don't have a problem if he plays with the person. I don't have a problem with that. So Miles can tell me that she's going to go and join his friend. Well, then, yeah, basically, I like that. Just take turns. Just take turns playing with. So, say for example, it's my turn to play with Miles, and then it's Miles' friend's turn to play with Miles. So, I think that's just the best thing to do. So, like, for example, if you have someone who you can't stand with, and he's one of your friends, well, you have a friend, and he has a friend who is annoying to the person. So for example, this is the person here, and this is his friend here. This is the person's friend. And in the back is his friend who is annoying, and this person cannot stand it. So I said, I think it's the best thing I think it's the best thing I don't play with your friend. I think that's the best thing. If I cannot stand it, then the best thing to do is just not to play with them. And I said, yeah, I think so too. I would agree with that. Yeah, actually, I would agree with that. That's actually a good point. Not just play with a person who you can't stand with. So basically, I'll say, so with the things now, with two people, right, it's my turn to play with you today, and then tomorrow, it'll be my friend's turn over there I play with. Does that sound good to you? Yes, absolutely. I don't have a problem with that. So basically, the best thing to do, just not play with Miles' friends. If I cannot stand that person, yeah, definitely the best thing not to, Now, so the incident is, but because I couldn't stand Miles' friend, even though I muted her, somehow, I don't understand this, but when I muted her, she somehow can hear me, but I can't hear her. But there's an issue. I think there's an issue with Fortnite community. Or, I mean, like chatting with each other, like players, you know what I mean? So, basically, I muted the girl, and somehow she can still hear me. Yeah, there's definitely an issue. But to real mute, that wasn't even real mute. The real mute is, like, say for example, that I'm going to mute Ben Bowler, and apparently I can't hear him, and he can't hear me because I muted him, right? So it hasn't even happened on Fortnite when I'm muting someone. I don't understand that. I clearly don't understand the fact that how can she still hear me? I was like, how the fuck? Well, basically, me and Miles had a test, okay? So basically, I went to mute Miles, and I said, it's not because you're an idiot or whatever. I'm just going to mute you just for a test, and then Josh will tell me if Miles can hear me. So basically, I muted him, and I said, Miles, can you hear me? And then Josh said to me, yeah, he can hear you. Then I muted, and I was like, how the fuck can someone hear me even though I've muted them? I don't understand that. I really, really don't. Now, this is something, right? This is something I do understand about, but it is my issue because of my autism and my learning disabilities, and it's also because of my social anxiety. Well, basically, Miles's friend, is someone who I don't know, and I had a little bit of social anxiety, so not as much as as a matter of fact, I don't have a problem. Well, before we get into this, right? So this is something Miles was talking to me about, right? So he said to me, stop being mean to one of my friends, or stop being mean to one of my friends, or you're not fucking mean, right? Stop bullying me. She hasn't done nothing wrong. But actually, it was just the issue, and I don't know how the fuck can she hear me? I really don't understand. And then he said to me, I don't be mean to your friends, so why being mean to one of my friends? That's not fair. Well, actually, now we are coming to this point now. So Miles doesn't have a problem to one of my friends, okay? But as for me, as a result, as a matter of fact, well, you know what I mean, right? I don't have a problem with talking to Miles's friends or hearing them or playing with them. I don't have a problem with that. But I did say to Miles, it depends on their circumstances, right? So like, as long as they're not being annoying, being toxic, or what the fuck they do, or something like that. Yeah, it's just like that. Just like that, for example. And then Miles said that I was being toxic to his friend. But it's because I had a problem. It was just me having a problem with her because, I just couldn't stand her. You know what I mean, right? So, like I said, I don't think I should be playing with a person who I'm having a problem with. Yeah? That's just a suggestion I'm giving to Miles. Even for you guys, if you have a problem with someone and you can't stand them, then I suggest you just don't play with them. That's just the best thing to do. Yeah? And if one of your friends wants to play with them, then just go ahead and take turns. I really don't have a fucking problem with that. Well, you wouldn't. Probably you guys wouldn't have a problem with that. So yeah. So what I'm saying is just not for me to play with Miles's friends. Well, you know, only the one person though. Only the one person. So yeah, and this is something I did kind of feel a bit stormy, you know what I mean? Stormy, an emote from Fortnite, so like you're just angry, and then you've got the cloud, the thundering lightning cloud, and you go like this, and you just got angry face or something like that. Yeah, I was a bit like that, but not fully to Miles. It was the fact when he was telling me what to do, but the thing is though, he can't really tell me what to do. I mean, I'm not saying this in a bad way, but he can't tell me what to do, saying like, you shouldn't be doing this, you shouldn't be doing that, you shouldn't be. Yeah, but the thing is, you can't make a choice for me. I'll make a choice for myself. Like say for example, if I said to Miles, mate, it's not worth it, just don't do it. I mean, just don't. And then I said, I got to, and I'm blah 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 blah. Well, you know what I mean, right? Not saying this in bad way, but and then I said, okay, have it your own way. Have it your own way. I can't speak. That's fine. That's fine. I don't have a problem with Miles doing that anyway. So like saying I got to anyway. So, this tonight was me explaining the incident in Miles's party on Fortnite. Okay? So, it's just something Miles needs to understand, that I shouldn't play with that person, and I think he should take turns. Like, take turns playing with me, take turns playing with that person. Alright? He just needs to understand. And also he needs to understand that, you know, I can be a nutter sometimes. I say it to myself, not him. And other people can't say I'm a nutter. All I'm saying it to myself. So I make a choice. So basically I said to him that I'm a nutter. So I made a choice of my own. So just like that, I can make choices of my own. So I say, yeah, you know what, Miles? I am an idiot. You're absolutely, well, I'm an idiot. Okay? Not because you said it. I'm saying it to myself. You think I'm an idiot? Yeah, I'm an idiot. Just like that. Okay? Just like that. So, anyways, guys, if you did like this video, give this a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. I'll see you guys next time. So have a great day and night. Peace out.